All right, let's get back to weather impacts. Of course, it's been a pretty busy afternoon, but I think we're maybe getting into a good spot.
And Brad, where are we at?
Yeah, everything's calming down. There's still a few showers out there. In fact, we've got a pretty good little cluster moving once again through York County. This is all along the actual cold front, which is now pushing through. And it's a good sign, actually, because this is going to be the leading edge of the drier air. You see it pushing through parts of York County. So just a heads up, brief heavy downpour, maybe some gusty winds, but also some brief cloud to ground lightning. So just a heads up, these are moving through fairly quickly. The front itself is right there, right across the Charlotte area. It's kind of interesting to see that show up on the radar when you see the dew point map. Shows up really well. Look at the dew points in the 50s all the way down to almost Lincolnton. So that leading edge of drier air is moving through the region right now. So expect a stray shower in the next hour, but after that, we're drying out. And look at this tomorrow morning, upper 50s. It's going to be a gorgeous start to the weekend. Tomorrow, a beautiful day, mostly sunny skies and temperatures jumping up close to 80 degrees. The key part here is sunshine almost all day long after not seeing it most of this week. Two cold fronts move through. The first one pushes through tonight. We're dry for tomorrow. Secondary front tries to move in late Sunday. This could kick off a stray shower, though the chances are pretty low. Did want to give you a heads up because I do think Sunday evening we'll have a few showers. Now in the mountains tomorrow there will be a stray shower, but these will not make out of the mountains for the most part. They're going to struggle with the dry air. But this little cluster here on Sunday evening between 4 and 6 p.m. certainly could produce a brief downpour, some lightning. That moves through quickly and dries out for Monday. So that's why we have a 30% chance tomorrow and just a small chance in the mountains tomorrow, but very dry next week. As summer arrives on June 1st on Sunday, we'll start to see temperatures jumping back up. Brief jump in the dew points, though, on Sunday as that front kind of sags down here. If it does move in, that could be enough to trigger those showers and thunderstorms. Weekend outdoor plans, bring the bug spray. Skeeter meter is off the charts right now. It is going to continue to increase. In fact, this could go higher because of all the rain we've seen in the past 7 to 10 days. It's been a very wet May so far. So the weekend forecast, Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at temperatures upper 70s to near 80 both days. A little bit better chance of an isolated shower or storm for Sunday evening. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Look at the heat beginning to crank up next week. Temperatures climbing from the upper 70s on Sunday into the low 80s on Monday. We'll stay in the mid to upper 80s for most of next week. And as we go to the 10-day forecast, look at those temperatures. Staying in the 80s, the chance of pop-up storms will return by next weekend, but that's pretty normal for this time of year as we get into a summer pattern now this first full week in June.
And speaking of June, don't forget ahead of hurricane season, which begins June 1st, of course, we're giving you a chance to boost your weather IQ so you can stay prepared.
So here's the date to mark your calendars next week. June 4th. That is when our Weather Impact team will host Weather IQ, a WCNC Charlotte Weather Impact special. They're going to show us hurricane predictions for this year. We'll look at the ongoing recovery from Helene and also explain the science behind hurricanes.
You can catch it on air or streaming on WCNC Plus June 4th at 8 p.m.